What's going on, everybody? Brett here, and I'm back today playing some more Battle Brothers on the Warriors of the North DLC. Picking up a little bit after where we left off last time. So I went ahead and went down to Dornan, took a few simple quests, knocked them out, mostly just to try and get us past, that rinky-dink stage where we're just walking around not really doing much. I got us some extra crowns, I took a few fights, I even got some experience on some of our new brothers. You didn't miss much. These two fights over here were basically nothing fights. Unfortunately, y'all did miss one cool fight that I wish I had gotten on camera. So give me one sec. I'm going to pump up Zach. Zach is our standard bearer, so we need to make sure we're giving him resolve to make the most of that. We also leveled up Folkgear Runeblade. We're going to give him Student and Colossus. He's our Witch Hunter. We're trying to make him a good hybrid character, so let's go ahead and give him that. These are really good rolls, but we're going to get even better in fatigue. Right now, let's get him over that 71 HP threshold. And I think that's great. Probably don't need to pump any more HP on him. I think that's probably fine. But good levels on him. We'll level up Behemoth and Sir Gimli probably later in this episode. So this battle I wish I had shown you guys. It started off as just to go over here and kill these raiders thing. But when I got there, the battle was bigger than they said it was going to be, and there ended up being two leaders in here, and I had to fight them uphill. So it was an uphill battle against multiple brigand leaders and really tough raiders. And let's see in our gear. I think I got one great axe from one of them. I picked up a kettle hat with mail from one of them. You know, the gear is whatever. It was all about me trying to make some quick crowns. That way it would free us up to do whatever it is that we wanted to do this episode. If that's to go into the wilds and take a fight against an orc warlord, or, to try and find some more quests to do more noble house stuff, whatever the case may be. Let me see, did I put my party back to normal? I did. I switched some people back out. Fritz is currently injured. You know what? His armor is just so superior to this one. Just make sure we're taking full advantage. Also his shield. Yeah, we should definitely switch that out while we're thinking about it. Okay, good stuff. I put Isaac back in. We had Sir Quick Hands in. We had Folkgear in place of Leisure Side while he was healing up. But we're all good now. And that was another thing I wanted to do, was to spare you guys the lengthy healing process. And to take a chance to use some of our new brothers. So thanks to that veterans training, we were able to get a pretty quick 2 levels on Folkgear. So wow, okay. We got an event. I think I recognize this. A sharp whistle draws the attention of you and your men. You turn to the side of the road to see a group of men emerging from some bushes. Everyone draws their weapons, but the strangers don't move a foot further. Their ringleader steps forward. He's got a bandolier of ears going across his chest, a summation of his handiwork. Hello, fellas. We here are bounty hunters, if you couldn't tell, and I do believe you have one of our bounties. You lift the head of Juiced Crown Taker. You mean this? The ringleader smiles warmly. Of course. Now if you could please hand it over, that'd sit pretty well with me and my friends. Tapping the hilt of his sword, the man grins. It's only a matter of business. I'm sure you understand. Huh. Well, I'm not about to give up anything to anybody who threatens me. So you'll have to pay with blood, and then of course we have to fight them. Would have been better if it was an event, but I think we're in good shape to fight. And the game gives us the top of a hill. And it's nighttime, so their archers are pretty ineffective. I'm not seeing a lot of... Well, I'm seeing 4 billhooks. That's kind of dangerous. During the day, we would just snipe these dudes out, and it would be no problem. They've all got nimble as well. It's pretty interesting. 48 back here. See if we can't get some early kills. There we go. And that guy's got a whip. Curious to see how it gets used. So I guess we'll just quickly nuke these dogs. I've fought bounty hunters before. This is not like as dangerous as they can be. They can be so much worse than this. And sometimes you'll fight them and they don't have any dogs. That's when they're the most dangerous. These 3 guys could be like 3 more billhook dudes. And then you find yourself hating life. Man, we couldn't knock him off into here? If we had knocked him into here, he would have taken some serious damage. Let's go for the round swing on the dogs. Yeah. So just like that, I mean, the battle is very much in our favor. And thanks to this nimble nonsense, they're pretty hard to take down. So we're going to lock down this this high ground position. Put a shot on him. And we're not going to rely on our ranged tools in a night battle. Step in there. If anyone steps up to this position, we'll be able to do something about it. Can't move our archers. Nope. Step in here. Nice. And Skibo can't step in, but they shouldn't really be able to get past him. Just go ahead and switch to our cat of 9 tails. Alright, they'll probably be faster than us in every regard, but let's see how that plays out. I mean, I'm seeing daggers, lots of throwing weapons, which are very ineffective at night. He just fancy footworked himself into a deep hole. I don't like to see nets going down, but at least we have the high ground. And they also apply overwhelm. That's one of the worst things that these dudes do. Ooh. So we're disarmed. Wow, what a dangerous dude he turned out to be. Yeah. The chances of us hitting there were actually not bad. 45%. We got to get out of this net. We're going to focus him down because I feel like now we need to help out our boy. 65. Ugh. Start killing him before we start getting overwhelmed repeatedly. There goes pretty much his entire armor. We can step in here, which I feel like we have to because they have the range. They have an archer, a billhook, and a dude with a whip. So we can punch here, or we can try and defend ourselves. I'm curious what punching would do. The answer there appears to be nothing. We may end up using adrenaline, just to make sure that we can use our weapons. Good hits. Let's break out of this net, and we failed. I wonder if overwhelm is affecting our ability to break out of the net. This guy with the shield wall kite shield, pretty difficult to get past. Yeah, let's use adrenaline. We've got, yeah, he's got no armor. We just need to hit him. It's just he's got that shield wall up. It's going to make it a little bit difficult. A 71 versus a 95. It's hard to pass up those kind of numbers. Let's go for the line shot. A little bit of a whiff. As long as we hit that guy and close the distance, we're good. Alright, little hatchet comes out. We get hit with a bill hook. Ugh. He pushed us with his shield. Yeah, you're in trouble, man. We are no longer disarmed. $49s, come on. 68. I always forget that I have just enough action points that I can take one step forward. That probably would have raised my probability of hitting. That's something I need to remember in the future. I'm glad he's missing. So the thing about the whip is that it has very poor armor piercing, but it has really good damage versus versus low armor units, and it also causes bleed. And as we saw earlier, he has the disarm effect, and he actually used it pretty well. You know what? Let's push him off. Make him climb back up here. Let's get that net off of us. Okay. Continue to close the distance, and we break him. That's good. Always got to be trying to get into the faces of the dudes with the bill hooks. Can't just let them sit back 2 spaces away if you can help it. From inside the hole. I forgot you existed, man. Now my archers cannot take those types of steps. Try and get the kill, but man, these nimble guys. He applied 3 stacks of overwhelm even though he barely hit us. Thank goodness. Can we kill him? Not quite. We hit him in the head on the second shot. So here we can step forward 1. Yeah, and that gave us an extra 3%. Probably worth. I want to just put that shot on him, though. And I was going to say, let's just get this kill. Reload, and then shoot. 65% chance on the guy in the hole. And I took a shot at this guy because I really want to get him out of the way. He's standing between, you know, a lot of brothers and some kills right now. Man. The double shield wall, they're buffing each other's defensive stats. And we've got everyone on the battlefield locked down except for this one bounty hunter in the back. We might just take some shots at him. See what happens. Alright, let's pass. But interesting fight, a bounty hunter fight to start the day. You don't get this event very often. Usually about once per playthrough, maybe. Good misses. Quality misses. Yep, we're just shooting, hoping to hit anything, really. Could be trying to take his shield out, but it's just not necessary. We'll probably end up getting that shield as a reward for this battle. That was nice. No reason to attack the guy who's already running. I think we had 1 stack of overwhelm on us. Alright, let's just hope we can get them on the retreat, and we got 1 of them. Man, the fact that they all have footwork too, that's super obnoxious. If we switch to our long axe, we won't be able to do anything, so I'm going to switch to a second quiver. I say that because on this particular instance, we would have had only 5 action points, and you need 6 to attack with a 2-hander. I'll take it. Good job, Kata. Just coming through in the end. You are dead, good sir. You fought the good fight. You brought me some good armor. But y'all talked a lot of crap, and in the end, y'all just got smacked. So I'm guessing he's here, because I couldn't jump through that bush. Let's see if we can catch him. The fact that they have footwork is super annoying. It's a great skill. I really wish I could have it on every brother. Pathfinder, footwork, those types of skills, I absolutely love them. Rotation. If you can get rotation and footwork, those two on your brothers, on your whole crew, the entire game changes. The entire dynamic of the game. Having the ability to exit zones of control at will, having the ability to swap out every single brother almost at will. I mean, it's crazy. It gives you so many more options during battle, so many more tactical options. We missed again. Getting him to rout would be great, because that would mean that he wouldn't be able to make use of his footwork. Whereas right now, he kind of still can. Alright, he's going to opt to stand. And down he goes. So nighttime battle against those guys. We pick up the battle whip. I think that's the best quality whip you can get. 15 to 30 damage doesn't look like a lot, but it has increased range. We picked up 2 bill hooks we don't need. These helmets we don't really need. Even our backup brothers are wearing somewhat decent gear now. And it's okay. We'll just sell everything we don't really want. Fix stuff up since we're on our way back. How's our tool situation? Yeah, still good. I think we bought 200 when we were over by Brookberg, maybe? Or Brunwald. But that was a nice little strange event to start the day's episode with. Some major fighting looks like it's going on. Ooh. They're chasing each other. 22 versus 13. I think the third Brunwald company is about to have a bad day. They've got a knight. Yeah. Knights are so tough for AIs to deal with. Did he just give us double the money? Wow. He gave us double the money because we brought in the extra head instead of giving it over to the bounty hunters. And they no longer have ambush trade routes, which sometimes is good or bad depending on what you're trying to do. The prices here are always great for us. We should sell every single thing that we can. And be happy that we're getting rich. Bill Hook's got to go. We don't need an excessive amount of those. Kind of tempted to hold on to the battle whip. I would love to use it at some point. Definitely can get rid of those. They're all broken trash. Keep an extra shield. Military cleaver, I guess we don't need that. Anything else? We're back up to 18k, almost 19k. The tools are quite expensive here. Everything else is as well. Let's get some wine. And some cheese. We don't have any of that. That puts us up to 7 days. Can we get up to 8? We can. Can we get up to 9? Not quite. Okay. We'll also buy some tools, some ammunition rather. The ammunition prices aren't bad. They have a Fletcher here. Bunch of other junk that we've sold them. Let's get our boys some drinks. A few people have been in reserve for a while. They're not that happy. They burn Bertha at the stake. Huh. Okay. Can always check out the hires here. See a sellsword and a raider. Dude's name is the Falcon. Very expensive. We don't need to mess around here anymore. Basically, I was just on my way. Oh, they've taken Wissendorf. Interesting. So the board has changed. Let's head over to Wissendorf. I don't want to fight two noble houses if I can help it. I don't mind fighting one of them, but I don't want to fight two. 400 crowns. God dang it. Let's see what this is. Monsters. Don't know what kind. Huh. 4,190. Hunt down Lindwurms? Oh my god. Is this the episode? It is, I guess. Ugh. Hunt down Lindwurms. Yes, the board has changed. So here we go. Oh no, Fritz has an infected wound. His wounds have gotten infected. Without immediate care, it may take some time for him to get back in fighting shape. This place has a temple. Let's take care of his infected wound. We're pretty much rich. Let's just handle our brothers who have injuries. Yeah, it doesn't. Man, it's not the worst. We're fighting Lindwurms. I want everyone in top shape. So strategies against Lindwurms is definitely armor piercing, big hits. Having nimble is probably better than having big armor because their blood is acid and it melts armor. I can see the whip being good. It's a cleaver. I wonder how effective bleed will be. Well, we'll see. I wish Farog wasn't so injured because with that great sword. Great swords are one of the best things versus them. Because you get a chance to do AoE attacks to hit the head and the tail in one go. So it should be around here. The tracks have the grass flattened in a snaking pattern with holes set to the sides. John D. the Wicked crouches beside the pattern. Either a plow with no dig, or this be the critters we're looking for. You nod. The Lindwurms can't be far. So 4 of them. Oh my god. Our first Lindwurm battle. I'm going to save the game. This is a dangerous fight. And let's see how it goes. Ooh, it's evening. Come on, we need to fight them. We need to fight them during the day for sure. That way we can make use of our range tools. You're checking the map when Wonton Fu the Faithful calls out. Looking up, you see the Lindwurms emerge from a hole in the ground. Great sheets of dust streaming off their sides. Their bodies sway low to the ground as they whip their way toward the Jarls of Jorvik. You draw out your sword and order the men into formation. Charge. 4 of them. 4 of them is pretty dangerous. So for those of you who don't know, you have to fight the head and the tail, but they share damage. So what we're going to do here is we're going to pass with all of our ranged. Applying Overwhelm on the first turn doesn't do anything. They're not going to hit us this turn. But what you need to do is you need to focus. The head and the tails do different attacks. The tails do like terrible AoE piercing attacks, which are pretty horrible. But if we can focus them down, that's a 95%. And you see that did nothing. Jesus. Getting high ground against them is really nice. Putting someone like Wonton, a tank character, in front of them is also pretty nice. You can generally tie them down for a while. And once we get past this armor, should be pretty happy. Like I said, we can get up here. I don't think you can spear wall them. I don't remember. Some of the larger creatures in this game, spear wall is ineffective. As it should be. It makes sense to me. And we hit him in the head once. If we could take this down to a 3 Lindwurm fight before the battle really starts, that would go a long way in us being able to win this without suffering some sort of horrific casualty. So I don't think 4 Lindwurms is an especially dangerous task for us at this point in the game, considering how well armored we are. But as I've said, armor is not the be-all end-all in a Lindwurm fight. It'll be effective for the first few turns, but then after that, we're gonna pass. There, they're hiding in these bushes. We could pin them in here. We could put a brother here, and then a brother here. It's very tempting. I'd rather them just kind of continue messing themselves up, trying to get through this. Just pass and see how they go. But man, they're really messing with us. Okay, perfect. And it's the one that's damaged that ends up stepping up. Man, our shots are terrible. We gotta take them though. Take them and just hope to hit something else. And it gets rough because we're going to be splashing their blood everywhere. Yeah, which means we're going to be melting our armor. You know what? Let's get up. Let's get up here. We'll take that high ground. Bill hooks need to come out as well. Bill hooks are super effective versus them. So are hammers. Take that. Alright, we've given them a bit of a surround here, which is bad because the tail hits in such a way that it can cleave us. Alright, that was a big hit. Our helmet's pretty damaged. Alright, step down. At least right now we're able to apply lots of stacks of overwhelm to this tail. I don't know if we could decapitate the tail, but it seems like the answer to that question is no. And did we hit him in the head? Alright, big greatsword shot. I'm happy with that. Perfect. So one Lindwurm down. We're going to get the bones. We'll step over here. Our armor is being melted. We are going to have an enormous repair bill. Let's get that out. And we can always check. We can always test to see whether or not that does anything. It'll just cost us a little bit of fatigue. If this head goes to jump in and it gets knocked back, we have our answer. If it goes to go in and it just jumps right in without the little action showing us that it tried to hit, then we'll have our answer. For science, guys. Okay, where is our best damage? I wonder if we can... We can't decapitate the head, but maybe we can... Oh, we can't decapitate the tail, but maybe we can decapitate the head? We step in. Let's bring out that big axe. 67, not bad. We land the hit at least. And getting the armor down is kind of like step one. Ugh. We could drop dogs. We had no other action we could take. Wouldn't be surprised if the dog jumps in here. And getting a better surround, you know, is never useless. Yeah, down... well, them being able to kill the dog ended up being a huge negative because it gave them confidence, which is going to make them much better at hitting than they were a second ago. God, that sucks. Come on, let's get him down. And now that this thing has no armor, our hammer is super ineffective. I'm pretty worried about our brothers. Gonna use Indomitable here. Killing one of them quickly was great, but now we get to the point where we have very little armor on our front line because their acid is eroding it. If we could kill this one, or maybe this one this turn. We have a lot of focus fire on this guy. I mean, that's 6 brothers right now. Like, I didn't even see any damage get done. Skibo goes down. God damn it. Yeah, he just gets nailed. This is one of those fights that's almost never worth it. You should always take Lindwurm fights on your own terms, not like due to a quest. Let's all hope that Skibo is still alive. Alright, down goes another dog. That was our entire armor on Ozzy. Come on, guys. We've almost got 2 more dead. We really wanted to get one of them dead this turn, because now they're going to get a chance to attack again. Missing there was brutal. There as well. Because of how far that sets us back. Okay. Hope is not lost. And at least we can... Oh, no, we can't. I was going to say, at least we're applying Overwhelm. That is not the case. So there goes another Lindwurm. The scales have dropped. Scales and something else I don't even I think that's like gold treasure. Come on, Skibo. We need you, buddy. We're in decent shape to fight. This is where having a taunt tank comes in handy. Or a really powerful lone wolf brother. We could have tried to distract them, I suppose, with our lone wolves, but our lone wolves were injured from the last battle. Especially Svarog. His armor was not 100%. Alright, Kata is an archer. So if we switch, we'll be able to take a shot. I'm happy applying some Overwhelm. Just wait. That was pretty brutal. We miss. Damn. We'll pass here, that way we can step up with Sir Muldoon. perhaps use rotations. Let's go first. They have so much damn HP. And because they were able to kill our dogs, they're so confident. The dogs ended up being kind of a poor investment this battle. Alright, see what we can do. Come on, dog. We're going to apply some overwhelm. Sadly, it does not go to both the head and tail. Nah, he's a crossbow user. Good hit. We can't, oh man, we can't quick hands, I guess. Lose your side. Let's hit him with the bill hook. Come on. We landed the bleed. Oh god. Okay. I can't believe he's still alive. Come on, Skibo, you gotta get up, man. You gotta get up. And the dog's gonna take the kill. Frickin' poetic justice. And Skibo dies. No. Oh, man. Damn. The battle over, you have the Lindwurm skinned and dressed for anything of value. It isn't long for the field to stink of the stinks of the skinks. Stink of the skinks, nice. The overly large lizards being shorn of the scales that once protected them, their sickly, glistening musculature bared for all to see. A nakedness and vulnerability is wrought upon the once and always monsters. Sir Lancel snorts and runs a sleeve beneath his nose. He nods at his handiwork. Nothing more than a common creature, just a shade larger than it ought to be. Damn right. You order the men to collect what they've got and ready a return to Rudolph the Guild Master. Damn. Poor Skibo. Damn. One of my favorite brothers that we had. Very unique and fun to use. We got all of his gear back, which is important. But damn, that hurt. We get Sir Gimli in there. I guess it's time to level him up. And you know what? I'm going to give him Mace Master. This is considered a mace, correct? Yes. And let's go ahead and give him his necessary points. We want to get him up to at least 50 resolve. The necklace is helping him right now. Also want to be leveling up his melee defense for sure. Pretty much always taking melee skill. A natural 4 there feels pretty good. And I think I'll take one more 4 here. Put him up to 97 HP. That's quite a lot. Damn. We'll put him in this armor. And I guess he'll pass on the legacy of being so damn quick. Having that one soul arm to Sir Quick Hans. Damn. I'm very unhappy with that. Very unhappy indeed. Is anyone wearing a substandard helmet? Anything like that that we can switch out? I don't see anything. What's this? That's a 250 actually. That's better. So Muldoon has leveled. And we are currently at the point where we need to decide whether or not we want to make him a two-hander. Definitely want to take a 3 there. And a 4 there gives us 5 HP, and we take that in lieu of giving ourselves 2 range defense. So if we're going to make him a two-hander, then we're going to want reach advantage, probably lone wolf. But for right now, like I said, we still don't have to make a choice. We can just go indomitable and leave him in the front lines because that's where we need him at the moment. And then we may as well level up Behemoth the Black. And the first 3 are always easy. A 3 there and a 3 there, I like that. He's got 2 stars in Resolve. I don't know if we need to pump that right off the bat. Wow. Take a 3 there. 4 and a 4. Get that Resolve up. It's almost where it needs to be. Can't pass a 3 in melee defense, I feel like. Also don't want to pass a 3 in fatigue. He's going to need all the fatigue he can get. I went ahead and added chainmail to the footman's armor to make it a bit better. But everybody rip Skibo. We lost Janold pretty early on. He was a great brother. But now crushed by a Lindwurm. God dang it. That frees up a space in our roster. But even though we're going to get paid quite a bit for this, it's not worth it to lose such an experienced brother. Radolf the Guildmaster found outside and surrounded by raucous peasants. You yell over the crowd and display the Lindwurm skin which you've brought. The crowd quiets for a moment, whispers amongst its numbers, then returns to shouting. You purse your lips and elbow your way to the mob, and demand the pay which you are owed. Radolf the Guildmaster yells at the peons to spread out and let him breathe. While the 2 guards stand close, he hands you a leather satchel. Good work, sellsword. If it ain't all there, feel free to come back and kill me. I won't mind. Not on this damn day. As you take the satchel and leave, a peasant jabs his finger at the mayor. Telling you that damn bastard, my supposed neighborly neighbors stole my birds, and if you don't return them, I'm gonna burn his whole farm to the farking ground. A successful hunt. Okay. See what kind of contracts you have available. To go visit Sir Roderick east of here, the final stages of this damn war. With House Harkin. House Harkin's the group we don't want to fight. Oh, no, wait. Yeah. We don't want to fight Harkin, and we don't want to fight Adelheim. We want to fight Austin because they already don't like us. But I think these 2 are kind of engaged in some pretty serious combat right now. Man, rip Skibo. Sorry, buddy. I think I just talked to you in the comment section and you were telling me that you were having some kind of... Oh my god, look at the loot. That you were, finally off of work and able to kind of catch up on the series. And... Damn, down goes your brother. That's awful. I feel really bad. I want this helmet. There's no way we can get up to 30k. And the prices here aren't great for selling. Oh, thank goodness. We also got the Orc Trophy necklace back. That's pretty irreplaceable. And we're going to make something with these bones and scales. I was headed up to the taxidermist to see what we could do with that. You know what, man, we're gonna... I don't want to sell this either. Get rid of the bill hook. We've got how many great axes on people right now? Do we really need any more great axes? 1. I think somebody's holding one too. Maybe not. But for sure somebody was like holding a great axe. Huh. Well, I'm still tempted to sell this just because we don't exactly need it. I'm going to get this helmet. Veteran's Chieftain helmet. This Nordic helmet with face guard is extraordinarily crafted and is as protective as it is impressive looking. Only 16 fatigue on that. That's, yeah, this is 15 for 230. This is 16 for 315. So let's buy it and then see what we need to scrounge together. And that is going to go on to, man, I wanted to give it, I love the fact that they match. I wanted to give it to a barbarian brother, and I think that's fitting. Svarog and Isaac are barbarians. It's fitting to me that they should each have barbarian-themed armor. This thing is so heavy, 22. Yeah, let's give that to Wonton Fu. I think we originally wanted to give that to him anyway. Fritz is better off. Is anyone wearing anything terrible? Can you handle this? No, he can't. He can't handle wearing the heavier Decayed Great Helm. He only has 48 fatigue as it is. We'll just hold it in our inventory. Well, maybe we should sell it for money. We're running a little low. Get our cash up so we at least have 2 days worth. That's what I was trying to do. Don't necessarily need to sell everything I own to do that. Come on. 2 days. Whatever. We'll do that. We did it for fat loot. I would also love to buy this, but of course, we didn't have 50k sitting on us to get both. Even if there was something in the weapons, we couldn't take it. Marketplace has great prices on tools. Let's see what this contract is. Okay. I can do this. 460 crowns in advance is perfect. So where are we headed first? Up to Finsterwald? So what we can do, this is another like crazy fight. Before we lost Skibo, I was hoping to come over here. It says it's a small camp. Oh, pause it. Jesus. Let's just head up to Finsterwald and see if we get lucky and run into anyone. If not, we're going to head up to the layer of dark rituals. Probably just to kill a bunch of zombies. Just for the pure, like, numbers that it'll offer. And I want to see real quick what we can make from the Lindwurm. So we can make the cloak. This is the best attachment in the game. And the Lindwurm shield. Man. We can make both. But, yeah, they're going to cost a fortune. Put the scale cloak over here. Yeah, we can't afford it either way. There's no point in even looking at it. So the scale cloak for 2, I think it's 2 durability. You get, would you go to camp waiter? Okay. Bunch of zombies. This is going to almost single-handedly fulfill our necessary number of 25 heads. But you could almost... What was I saying? Man, I lost my train of thought. Basically what I was saying is that the Lindwurm cloak is awesome. It applies almost no durability, almost no fatigue for 40 durability, which I think is the highest you can get. These pauldrons apply 40, but they also give you a immunity to Lindwurm blood, which isn't, you know, it's not huge or anything, but it's not nothing either. Would have been useful in that battle. Unfortunately, you have to kill a lot of Lindwurms to the point where you get immune to their blood. Should 100% just be passing with our front line. We're standing in the middle of the swamp. We're not going to try and move to high ground. It would take way too long. So 2 exciting battles, Lindwurms and Bounty Hunters. And then we're going to finish off the day with some terrible zombie battles. I am unhappy about losing Skibo, but that's Battle Brothers. We've actually had a great run so far without losing anyone. It's kind of amazing. Normally by this point I would definitely have expected to have lost, you know, an extra maybe 2 or 3 brothers, especially in the early game. Wow, we missed twice. Okay. So being in the swamp doesn't affect our range capabilities. It's just it's going to cost us a ton in ammunition. I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but I got a new phone just the other day. I bought one online used and it ended up being stolen, which was awful. Last thing I want to do is buy someone else's stolen phone. Without telling you a long dad story, basically I had to return it. The company that I bought it from sucked, which was sad because it's a company that I've used a lot to buy a lot of used electronics for good prices. But no wonder their prices are good if they're taking in stolen merchandise. But anyway, it made for a huge complication. But I got a new phone, and it's a newer iPhone, and I love this one feature. I mentioned before, like while I'm recording, I always get these scam calls, which I know is like a big thing now. Everyone's kind of getting that, and it has like a caller ID that my last phone did not have. It basically tells me scam call, and then it kind of like just hangs up by itself. It says, and I just looked over right now. I was getting a phone call, and I gotta kind of at least check my phone when it rings because I don't get a lot of phone calls. So when I do get them, they're usually important. You know, family member emergencies or doctor's appointments, things like that. So I do at least have my phone next to me while I'm recording so I can look at it. But being able to just look at a glance and see that it's a telemarketer without having to answer because it's in like my area code, just awesome. I approve of technology's advancement in this regard. That's a sick helmet. Pretty sweet that we got these 2 like Nordic helmets on our 2 barbarian lone wolf bros. And I can't wait to smash someone with this weapon. It's one of my favorite weapons in the game. In our last playthrough we had a legendary version of this, and it was sick. We used it to amazing effect in the Black Monolith battle, just crushing skeletons to dust. It basically, once it's, you know, if it has a high enough roll on damage, it basically one-shots most enemies in the game that are especially undead. Ancient Dead, it one-shots them. Orc Young, any kind of like Raider tier guy has a really good chance of being one-shotted. It's a brutal weapon. I'm not even like really picking my shots here. We're putting damage on the ones that have armor, and then when they close the distance, we should be able to just easily dispatch them. One thing I would love in this playthrough, though, is more unique weapons. I mean, we've got a lot of unique helmets and armor, which I think is the most important thing. We've got tons of unique shields as well. I mean, we've got 4 in the front line right now. But just not a lot of unique weapons. I had to buy almost every one I have. I bought that Shamshir that's currently on a brother that hasn't even seen battle yet, which is crazy. Yeah, the only unique weapon in my roster right now is this cleaver. See if someone steps here and gives me a line shot. I will say though, and this is going to be on my mind probably all day, losing Skibo sucks. If you have to die in Battle Brothers, there's some pretty humiliating ways to die. You could get killed, like surrounded by dire wolves. You could get eaten by an Exurher and like carried off. You know, you could go down to a stray shot from like a poacher. I've had that happen before. Just totally just lame ways to die. Skibo died like holding the line against Lindwurms. Like top tier enemy in the game. Way up there. And it's not even just like way up there just because the battle itself is super tactical. It's because those damn things have so much armor and health, and they do so much damage that you really can't even predict how it's all going to go. All you can do is kind of just hope you have the right people in the right spots when they kind of worm themselves around. And they did give us the line shot. We weren't really able to make the most of it. So yeah, Skibo went down. And if the AI was a little bit better about focusing, which I'm kind of glad it isn't, there's really no armor, no set of stats in the game that's going to keep you alive versus a ton of focus fire. The best you can do is apply lots of overwhelm, shield wall, try and like stall them with serious, tank stats. But or organic battles, they don't really take place that way. Sometimes you can't execute your plan the way you want. And that little bit of terrain they had, the bushes to hide behind, messed up our lines of sight. Yeah, made it into a pretty difficult battle. Being able to kill one of them before the battle really started, though, was great. Making it essentially a 3 Lindwurm battle. But by that point, we had used a lot of our resources. So, I mean, I guess that's not really true. They tanked a lot of hits. This is taking forever. Feel free to fast forward, guys. Oh, man. Decapitation, thank God, it's going to keep him from coming back. There are a few things worse than fighting zombies in the swamp. Fighting them in the forest is pretty bad. Fighting goblins in the forest at night is like a nightmare. Let's step forward. I can't do this anymore. Just chop him up. I don't even care. I can't care anymore. Just get us out of this hell. And it's scary too, because in this type of battle, they actually have a chance to hit us because of the swamp debuffs. Alright, happy about that. Down to 13 again. Which is exactly where they were when we started last turn. And just by whittling them down, I'm hoping that they're not coming back. We're clearing space for our melee bros to continue to step forward. We reloaded. We shouldn't. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Just please let this end. It's just there's no tactical finesse to this. If there were fallen heroes, necromancer, Geist, and amongst this, we would have some kind of real battle on our hands. Decapitations all around. We may as well wait instead of moving forward so that we can regain some fatigue. I was hoping he would step in and we would get a chance to do another decapitation, and it looks like we will. Doesn't matter. Good shot. I love that weapon too, just for the sound that it makes. And Killing Frenzy went off. Gave us that extra damage that we needed to do a one-shot. Oh, not quite. We hit him in the body. We were trying to go for that decapitation, didn't land. So unless a bunch of them come back this turn, should be it. Happy he stepped forward. If he stayed back there, we would have had a hard time ending it. Very nice. Can we kill this guy? Please, dear God, can we kill him? Thank you. Alright. Whew. Isaac levels, we get nothing. That's cool. We need gold desperately because of our awful life choices. Do we want to take another battle today? I'm kind of happy to, just because I feel I'm in such a poor mood from losing Skibo. I actually have an injury here? What's the injury? Cut arm? Well, we can pull him out and put in full gear. His armor's busted or else I would switch it. We could just go wider as well with Quick Hans. I think that might be better against the undead. They do have Geist though. So we just need to be aware. Let's get someone that necklace as well. We lost dogs in that battle and I don't think we ever really re-equipped. Do we have any more dogs? Man, I guess not. Okay, let's give Isaac the necklace. Leisure Side can have the big pup. And I guess we're good aside from that. Alright, one more long battle coming up, guys. Let's try and get the taste of losing Skibo out of our mouths. Take out our frustration. Oh my god. And they put us at the bottom of a damn hill. Okay, it's actually not that bad of a battle. Only one fallen hero and 2 Geists. And against any other race, this would be miserable. But I think they're going to come to us. Let's just pass. They might recognize that they have the high ground, but I think they also recognize that zombies can't shoot bows. So they're going to have to come. And in terms of a melee fight, this is the only bad position that exists because it puts Jotnar at a disadvantage. Otherwise, actually, is that high ground? No. Okay. Isaac's sitting in low ground as well, but we can just step him up. Curious to see what the fallen hero will do. He's got a fighting axe, which is a pretty dangerous weapon. Let's step up here. They have no shields. They're not going to be able to knock me back. Yeah, let's just try and get up the other side. And if we're not going to run up, we should just sit here. Because if we can make it about halfway up, I don't know if we can put anyone at the very top. This is a good spot as well, because it's going to give us either a fight on high ground or an equal footing. He can make it all the way to the top. That's cool. But he's also only a level 5 brother. Whoa. Wouldn't be surprised if they were able to lock quick hands on the high ground. But then we'll just focus this one and step him up. So I don't mind taking these fights on the low ground versus normal Wiedergangers. It's just the fallen heroes that I really don't want to mess around with too much. And if we hit him here, I was hoping we could knock him back. If we kill him, we should be able to step up there as well. So let's see what we can do. This is definitely the flank they're overloading. We need to make sure that Zach is near enough by to provide his morale buffs. Last thing we want is someone like... Well, last thing we want is anyone running. See if we can rally them. We're able to rally one person. Let's tie him down here. Pop Indomitable. Alright, that was another decent shot. I think Jotnar has rally as well. I could be wrong. Okay, and with that damage, we should be able to kill this guy. Nice, he missed all 3 of his shots, which is great because he's possessed. Trying to hack our way through him. We just cut off Lancel's route of escape. We don't want him going anywhere. He's got enough armor, he should just be able to stay in the pocket. And we don't. Who do we have? Oh, it's Wonton, of course, our sergeant. And he almost by far and away has the superior... Let's go first. Wow, and he managed to make it out. Nice. Okay. We gave him an out by killing the zombie and stepping up. And as long as he's alive, we're cool. But yeah, I should have been thinking about Wonton. I went for the greedy kill instead of using rally. I don't know what I was thinking. They've given us a pretty nice round swing here, assuming that the Geists don't scare us off. I was hoping to be confident there, that way they would have less of a chance to scare us. And let's switch out. Bring out that big beautiful axe. And we'll wait here. Because if we kill him, that is awesome for us. Now we can finally step forward with Wonton. get onto these Geist with a spear, which is one of the perfect weapons. A spear or a sword with their increased chances to hit. Bone Plating took that shot from the Fighting Axe for us. Go for a nice decapitation. Get in there. Okay. Let's not mess around with crossbows anymore. Go straight to the bill hook. Try and pierce some of that armor. Alright, here we go. And that looked like a triple hit. Okay, we'll lock him down. And we whiff there. Get our banner up on this hill. Gives us a pretty nice little position where everyone can kind of see it. I think the distance is 4 tiles. So I'm pretty sure Sir Lancel is back inside of that. I think the only one who's outside of range is probably Quick Hands. I'll start calling him Hans. Do a little German accent. Alright, we miss. Yeah, this is what we've been worried about the whole time. Basically that the fallen hero would be the one to take the possession. And now he's going to be able to do a lot of damage. Bill hook it. And I'm going to step in here to try and give us a better surround. Nice. And maybe we can get that triple. I want to get on that. I want to get on that Necromancer. So that's 3 misses. And we're just starting to get really tired. And that's the best case scenario, is that he spreads around the attacks. And the Necromancer doesn't even have a weapon. So Quick Hands should have no problem dispatching them. Yeah, and they managed to scare Gimli. And from the low ground, Kata gets the kill. Unbelievable. Try to rally everyone. Sir Gimli is not convinced. Down they go. And we've missed, I think, 5 attacks with him so far. Happy to see him routing, because that's going to mean that he cannot, you know, cause possession or give anyone the chance to resurrect. Kind of a dream team here, fighting this one fallen hero. Kata just putting dudes in the ground. If I was playing this battle a bit more seriously, I of course would have used him to kill the zombie. And decapitation to end it. Do we get any good loot? I mean, this is money. Fighting axe will just sell. Not what I was hoping for, but that did help us fulfill our obligations. All we have to do now is head to Camp Waiter and then back. Man. Tempted to kill these guys once again just for the money. No one's injured or anything. Let's just head back. We definitely should have killed them. I'm not going to though. I'm trying to end today's episode on a high note, not drag us into another nighttime swamp battle with raiders. That sounds awful. We could stop by Wissendorf to see if we want to sell things. They'll probably have better prices than the other places. What kind of prices are we looking at here? Terrible. Terrible, awful, bad prices. Let's move on to Camp Waiter. Dornan's the place to go if you want to make money. They have safe roads. They have a lot of modifiers going on right now affecting their prices. 9. Tools are almost 600. This place is like doomed. They have abducted children and terrified villagers. This is not the place to be. We need to get the hell out of here. And let's head back to Strawberg and get paid about 2,500 crowns. They've already paid us 460. And that'll put us in a decent position to kind of do what we want. Yeah, 2,300 for the foreseeable future. But man, what a wild episode. Ambushed at night by bounty hunters. Then we get a random contract from Wissendorf of all places to come right here and kill some Lindwurms. We lose Skibo, an awesome brother, but that's going to make room for other brothers to step up. Sir Gimli and Behemoth. This is Battle Brothers. Everyone is unfortunately expendable. And when it comes down to it, if we got to lose somebody, we got to lose somebody. There's nothing you can do about it. Because every battle, you just got to take it one at a time. We need these tools. We can't afford to not have tools. Also, these are great prices on ammunition. We just bought 150. The prices here to sell things are mediocre. I think it's good if we sell off the smaller stuff. Maybe keep things like the fighting axe to sell at a better time. Things like the ancient gold and the signet ring. But yeah, that puts us back in the black. And I think, unless this is an amazing... They want us to fight Adelheim. A great battle. Yeah, I just don't want to fight Adelheim. If we do this, the Noble War ends. It's the great battle, the Noble War ends, and then the house that likes us currently, I would rather just not even do the great battle than have to like reset our reputation so far back. And I also hate this ambition, so we're going to cancel it, and our brothers aren't going to like that. So after you tell the men that the company isn't going to be able to do what you proudly announced it would accomplish, the men grow standoffish and moody. Like sulky children, they turn away when you come near and whisper their complaints whenever your back is turned. How are we ever going to be famous if we don't finish what we started? I want it to be known wherever we go and have our drinks poured before we walk in the door. Nice, yeah. Okay, but that thing was never going to happen, and there's probably 10 other ambitions that we could just like instantly accomplish, and we're being held back by this one, which actually takes a fair amount of concerted effort and time. And maybe tomorrow we could start off with some of my favorite enemies, the greenskins. Alright guys, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. We had our highs and lows, but ultimately it was fun. And yeah, for the all, man, my tongue is tied. For those of you who have recently subscribed, I appreciate you a lot. If you have a name suggestion for a brother, I have one more spot that just opened up. That sounds so bad. Another spot just opened up though, and if you'd like to claim a brother, now's the time. And if you've been subscribed for a while, I just want to say thank you guys for sticking with me through this playthrough. It's been fun. We're making progress. I can see us very soon, actually. Where is it on the map? I'm not sure exactly where it is, but I could see us going into the witch's hut relatively soon. Our brothers have very good morale, and with just a bit of tweaking, I think that's one of the legendary locations in the game that we could knock out earlier rather than later. And probably the Goblin City as well. So look forward to those things. They're on the horizon. And yeah, take care, y'all. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Later.